Okay, I'm streaming this. I'm hoping that it'll pick up. Let me do a little recording while I'm streaming it. I apologize. Doing a little recording. Stopping the recording. Yeah, I realized that my audio is a little bit high. Turning it down. Sorry about that. So that this is not very professional. I got the fan on, so damn it. I'm always having some kind of technical issue. Every single fucking time. I don't know what it is. I really don't. How is it open? Oh, here we go. I don't know, my voice echoes a hell of a lot. I'm probably gonna change the mic to something else. Headphones. Okay, there we go. Let's try that and do a little quick recording with this and see how it sounds. Let's try that and do a little quick recording with this. That sounds a hell of a lot better. It's not the best, but it sounds a lot better. So, yeah. So good evening. I am watching a movie called It's a documentary called The Sick Mind of EDP445 official documentary by YouTuber. These YouTubers are coming out now with these movies, even if it's a movie on YouTube. I guess he's trying to get known. Mike Klum. Um, Not really subscribed, so I'll go ahead and subscribe to him, and I'm gonna like the video anyway. Um, I got it saved. I can't really. I can show you real quick what I'm doing right here, but I can't really show you the movie. I can't show you the entirety of the film. So
For everybody watching this documentary, I want you guys to
that's all I can really show you because um, it's a movie, so I can't show the entire thing. And so what I'm gonna do is and that's why I'm watching it from here. I could be lying back on my bed there doing it, but I'm just gonna try to sit in the chair and turn the lights down so I can watch it. Without further ado,
take away and come away with I am not what the fuck they say that I am. I'm a strong.
oh damn, I forgot. I can't even show that. I can't. Ah, desktop audio. I can't do that either. So I have to. Okay. Desktop audio. Pause it real quick. I got a lot of stuff open on my computer. I'm not really I'm not great at this. It's best if you have like a clean slate. Not have, I have a lot of stuff that I've been doing. A lot of live streams. A shitload of live streams. Okay, so I'm going to this and check the actual live stream feed. There you go. There's a lot of controversy about this. Bryant Moreland. Okay. All right, we can do it. We can do it now. I apologize. I'm just making sure that there is no copyright violation on my side. You know what I'm saying? There we go. What he seems mean. Yeah, they're getting exposed, but and people that are, they think about having sex with a younger woman that's beautiful, but they don't ever really do it because they know they shouldn't. They know the moral constraints and the legal um, consequences if they do that, so they don't ever really attempt it. And so that's I kind of want to be lying down watching this, but I'm probably going to shift my camera to my bed. That's great. It answers the question. Oh, you got what's his name? Moist. County of Cone. That's Bakersfield. Yeah, the guy EP EPD EDP445. I think he was born in. He lives in Bakersfield, California. I lived there for like 3 weeks. I didn't like it. Mm, 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 mm. I only know some. I know Chris Hansen because there's a movie coming out with him. There's a movie about him, not really with him, but about him coming out soon called Prime Time, starring Robert Pattinson. I'm trying to get more lax and stable so I can watch it. Chris Hansen is known for like he's known for questioning pedophiles. He had a show called Dateline NBC. No, How to Catch a Predator. That's what it's called. How to Catch a Predator. And I think Dateline NBC as well, all revolving around pedophiles. He pretend he set the pedophile up. Actually, what it was is an actor or actress would act like an underage person, mostly women, because he mostly catch men that were hitting, floating and trying to have sex with underage women. So an actress would act like she's an underage, woman, girl, and she do it over the phone, and then that person wouldn't even be there. And then when the person showed up to what they thought was a casual date or dinner or whatever, casual lunch or whatever, really dinner, the police would show up. Well, no, Hanson would show up and question it. And the person was like, I thought that this was a date. I thought this I was going to date. No, you thought you were going to date an underage woman. And now you're caught. How to catch a predator. Yeah. Boogie 2988. I don't know how much of this is known. I can pause the video. I wonder how much of this is actually staged, like fake, just an act, versus or nonstop. Also, and how much of it is real. Because the thing about documentary is it is kind of cinematic in a way. Uh huh. All movies listened or donated to running a nonprofit. It's fucked up. My mom would love to watch this on YouTube. This is her type of stuff. I'm telling you, she likes to watch it about pedophiles getting caught. Cause my mom loved the show How to Catch a Predator by Chris Hansen. She would love Prime Time. She'd probably love Robert Pattinson, and ultimately she also loved Deadline MC. I love it. Uh, oh, that's right. He's obese. I don't know if I can say morbidly obese. Like Clone. The Clone is a documentary. Plead the fifth, of course. Disgusting, man. What was that last title called? I'm sorry. Oh, you see that evil? Oh man, I didn't. Oh shit, this nigga had an evil. This motherfucker's evil. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. I wish I could show this on YouTube. No, no. So, okay. Just wouldn't have time. Mm. Oh wait. Wait. So um, mm. Wow, man. Hey, now you're on the way. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. What? What that shit? You trying to be like? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I didn't do it. Spit. Shit is you, son. Yo. What you doing, motherfuckers? What? Sorry, I missed all that. I was not paying attention. These two videos linking sexual messages between EDP and multiple teenage girls. Yeah. It's because he's currently. It's empty. Oh. Oh. Yeah, for sure. Ew. No, for British. No, no. Hold the phone. I mean, you gotta watch Sunday. It's not even action. I like women in sports, just not together. That's it. I like women in sports, just not together. Okay, okay, wait. Mm, no. Mm, wait, Esther. No. 21. Gross. Really gross. That's gross. That's gross, bro. That's hella gross. That's some gross stuff, bro. You know what? I want to say this. I want to say this. A while back, a year ago, there was this flatmate that I had, this place I was staying at. This young woman, she was in her 20s. She's 21 years old. She's 22 now, I think. Not sure. I don't know her birthday or anything, but she told some people that I was flirting with her, trying to get to know her. And I was, but I wasn't trying to keep in mind she was 21. Yeah, I'm white here, 21. So legally, that is fine. But I was aware of the age difference, and I wasn't really pursuing her after a while. I wasn't like following around and stuff like that. I wasn't trying to like get to know her really after she left where I was staying. Because she obviously left because she felt uncomfortable. Because I just kept asking her to go see the movies. I wanted her to go to the movies with me. I kept asking her to go to the movies with me. So I wanted her to go watch. I just updated Calcium. Now I got to do it again. Damn. I wanted her to watch Superman with me, but she didn't want to go to the movies. She was too busy and all that. And I told her one day, just jokingly, that like or not, we are going to go to the movies. And I wasn't gonna like really make her do it. I was just hoping that she would, but she didn't want to. She left because she felt uncomfortable. And while I thought that was while I thought that was her being like being too sensitive, or she was overdoing it, but she could have stayed and finished her time there, or like she only had a month there. I understood it. While she I thought she was overreacting. And while I thought that, I still understood, she didn't want to be there. Because at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? It's her decision. She's a grown woman. She's 21 years old. Cannot leave my owner like that. She's 21 years old. I gotta leave her alone. So I left her alone. I didn't message her or anything. But when I found out that she had told these people, um, some people that I was talking to at this convenience store, it's called Mall's Daily Market. She told her cousin. Apparently, her cousin apparently allegedly worked there. I don't know if that's true. And then she told his friend. He told his friend. This guy named Zach Koshia was apparently her cousin. He tells this guy named Cesar Gonzalez. I don't care. I hope that people find out their names. These two ended up kind of trying to gang on me, corner me. They came at me with scooters. And they said, "Hey, do you know so and so, whatever her name was?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's my flatmate." Well, she said you were harassing her, and they told me, they said you need to leave her alone. And I said, "Okay." And this is after she left, and so I guess she considered it harassment, and she even made some police reports about it. The police never came to me about it. They never talked to me about it. If they talked to me, I would have been like, okay, whatever. But that's the thing. The police never came to me. Instead, some of her friends came to me about it. And I was thinking, this is a very cowardly way. I go to a mall's daily market to talk to a manager. I'm like, I was going to tell the manager, can you get these people, these coworkers, these people who are under you to leave me alone? Turns out that the managers are in on it. They're all against me all of a sudden. They just flipped on me. I've been seeing these people for 2 years and they flip on me. And I was getting ready to leave that area anyway, because in about a month I was going to relocate. Because I was looking at getting a workers' compensation check from working at Amazon, and I was going to move. I, I I had plans to move, so it's not like I was going to stick around. It's the Haight and Ashbury here in San Francisco. I was living in the Haight Ashbury district. Anyway, long story short, I did eventually move, but not before encountering basically weeks worth of harassment from them. I left the young woman alone, the young 21-year-old woman alone. I was 33 at the time. I think, yeah, 33 years old at the time. I'm 34 now. About to be 35 here. And this Thursday, like, so really 2 days from now. And, happy birthday to me, right? And, yeah, she made up a bunch of lies, instead of coming to me about it. So just, I mean, she already did the adult, mature thing to do. That is, she left of her own accord. She made her own decision to leave, and she did. And I made the decision. I left her alone. I left her alone. I made the decision to leave her alone. And I'm like, you already ended it there. You didn't have to go and tell so and so at a mall there in the market. You didn't have to tell your so-called cousin. So, um, At one point, I did text her to find out she was okay. This is before I found out she told her cousin because I was worried about her. She didn't come home for like 3 days, and I was worried about her. Something could have happened to her, so I got her cell phone number from my other flatmate, but she was in communication with him, and and she told me to delete her number and all that. Of course, I was texting her to go see a movie, and that's when I texted her and said we were going to go see a movie. That text message she ended up showing to those two guys that tried to mess with me, Zach Carcio and uh, uh, Cesar Gonzalez. Uh, and I learned that I was wrong for ever messaging her. I was wrong for just like trying to create a friendship because the guy that was my landlord, he subleased a room to me. That's how he did it. Um, he told me to, if you want a job in IT, just connect with people. And this girl, this no, not girl, this young woman, she was working in like AI or something at the time. She was a computer science, and she was like a double major, but one of her majors was computer science. And I'd asked her, like, how can I go about finding a job in IT? I have this master's from the University of Phoenix in information systems, along with a bachelor's in information technology with certificate in networking, an advanced certificate in networking. I told her this. I showed her my resume, and she said, "Well, I'll look at your resume and see what I could do." She gave me some advice and gave me some kind of website to check out, and I did, and I applied. So I was just trying to connect with somebody and get to know her. If I couldn't be like if I couldn't date her, and I understood that because she's going to leave in about a month anyway. She's going to leave towards the beginning of August anyway, at the end of July. But if I could at least make a connection, in the IT/computer science field industry, yeah, I can have her like as a reference or whatever. And she can use me as a reference, and we can just be associates if anything, you know. And me having Asperger's syndrome, I apparently we have a difficult time approaching it. So I'm not really an incel. I don't like approach women. I'm definitely not a pedophile. Okay, they, Caesar Cesar Gonzalez and Zach Cochio, they both called me a pedophile because they said that I was harassing an underage woman when the woman was actually 21 years old. That is the opposite of underage. Underage is under the age of 18. And my landlord would not let anybody who was under the age of 18. He would not. Because in order to sign a lease with him, in order to do business with him, basically sign a lease to lived in one of the rooms in the flat, that's what we call it, you have to have a photo ID. You have to have a government issued ID of a sort. Either do passport or ID like I have. It has to show your birth date on it and a picture. And he has to see that you're basically, I think, 18 or older or 21 or older. Most of the people were 21 or older. I remember the other flatmate, he was 21, 22 ish, might have been 20. 20 is okay. The landlord told me he gets a lot of young people that are from other countries, other states, so they come here to do like an internship. That's what the woman was doing. She was doing an internship here in San Francisco, like a 3 month internship, and she needed a affordable place to stay. And she tried other places, and she told me, and we had a few conversations. In one of our conversations, she told me that in San Francisco, this was the only place that she could find that was affordable for her. Even though apparently, as I found out later, she came from a rich family. Apparently, her family was not going to pay for one of these fancy ass apartments like I thought they should have. I mean, I might envy them, but at least they are where they belong instead of being in one of these cheaper places. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? If you got all this money, if I had that much money, even if my parents had that much money and I was cool with my parents, I would ask them for help in getting a better, more affordable place. Even if I was by myself, I wouldn't be living in this hotel room. Anyway, just saying. Um, so yeah, and I said I was gonna make a long story short. Yeah, so nothing really happened. I ended up going to jail because the guy, his name is Christopher Miller Hutchinson. He ends up telling other customers that I was harassing my flatmate. A flat is like a house, an apartment. It's like a British term, English term for house. but think housemate. He said I was. He said telling customers I was harassing my housemate, and that wasn't true because I left her alone. I did message her before, telling her that why did you asking her why did you tell your cousin, why are you making up all this shit about me? Because I still had a number on my phone. I asked her are you making this shit about me? Why are you telling your cousin and starting up all this trouble? And I deleted her number after that. Because even the landlord said, "Man, just delete her number, leave her alone." And I did. So, but the guy Christian Miller Hutchinson, he goes by the name Chris. He still tells customers that I am harassing. And this is like a week after it happened. I'm like, man, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep telling people about me, man? Making up all this shit. And I get mad, and I was going to like grab him or something, but instead I ended up punching the window of a Mall's Deli Market, the little convenience store that he worked at. Yeah, I ended up punching that window. So it was already cracked. I guess I made a bigger crack, and that spread it. And they said it was more than $400 in damage. Therefore, they charged me with the felony, and I'm on diversion because of it. So for the next 2 years, because of this, I admit my mistake. I take accountability because I took a class that has us taking accountability. But all in all, it's like I should have never went walking that day to encounter those two men that questioned me about that woman. It was already over at that point. I didn't even really do anything other than hit that window. Yeah, I messaged her a few times because I was concerned about her. I was scared that she had gotten kidnapped or something. Turns out that she was in LA for those 2 days. The only reason I know that is because I got a copy of the discovery from my court appointed lawyer that involved in my case for my felony vandalism, as they call it. I also got caught with a knife and a taser. That's really a stun gun, but anyway, that's beside the point. Because I carry around a stun gun, a stun gun, a taser for protection, as well as a knife for protection. But I barely had to use it anyway. So um, and I was outside for 3 whole hours because they kept harassing me, and I was trying to get them to leave me alone. I was calling the police. I dialed the police 3 separate times, and I told them I called the police 3 separate times, and nobody responded. I kept doing. The police are busy. They're doing other stuff. This is not an emergency. I said this is an emergency. I told dispatch 911 this is an emergency because if you don't send somebody quick, somebody's gonna die. I told them, but they don't respond to me. But they respond whenever Chris calls police. When a white man calls. So and this just relates to, I see this whole thing about EDP445, this documentary, and I'm like, I'm not that type of person. I might have girl problems, but I'm not. I'm not. I don't have. I don't do that. I don't. I don't mess with underage women. One girl on the bus actually. I asked her would she go see the movies. She just bluntly honestly told me, well, I'm underage. That's what she said to me. She said that she was underage, and I was like, okay. I wasn't really expecting her to say yes. I'll go to movies with you. I just wanted to see her reaction. Sometimes I ask people that, particularly women, to see what they would say and to kind of get out of my shell and socialize. Because we're supposed to do it. But she told me honestly that she was underage, and I was like, okay. I didn't pursue it because I knew better. I don't date underage women. I date people who are in. I want to date somebody. It's okay if you're in your 20s, but I would prefer somebody that's closer to my age, 30, 35. But it's okay to date. It's okay to date somebody who's like 20 or 21. Well, maybe it's like between a decade and 15 years is I really shouldn't do that because even though it's okay legally, they're on a different emotional level. I'm more emotionally mature, so to date somebody who is in their 20s, they're a little bit more emotionally immature. They're kind of like, they're not as grown as I am, not as mature as I am. So there's definitely a difference. And I know about ethics, morals. It doesn't look right. Legally it is, but social wise it's not. So I need to date somebody closer to my age. But I just wanted to mention that little story because even though I'm not I'm not a pedophile. I kind of think one of the guys that worked at that mall Stadium Market is a pedophile who just people don't know him because he kind of looks like one. He's a little bit he is a little bit too protective of younger people. You know, you get my meaning. But I I know what it's like to be falsely accused of being a pedophile, even though they have no logical reason to even accuse me falsely of being a pedophile because I'm not. They like in order to accuse somebody of being a pedophile, you have to have evidence like they do on what's this guy's name? EDP445. I think his name is Bryant. Yeah, they have more evidence on him being a pedophile than they do with me. Like, and I just think about that sometimes. It's really I hate being accused of being a pedophile when I'm not. Like I hate being accused of being because it happened to me a few times. It's like for some reason, people they like to accuse you of something that is just absurd. Like, how are you going to accuse me of being a pedophile when I don't even exhibit that behavior? Like, you look like a pedophile. There was no looking like a pedophile. I'm trying to fix my screen. I'm trying to OBS Studio, trying to make this. Okay, please. I wouldn't even risk it, man. I don't do that online. My Facebook account got. Okay, I'm glad I'm not showing this. I'm glad I'm not showing this on YouTube because sexually there's some sexual content that I'm looking at that I cannot show. Naked guy. Wow, I can't believe he got naked. Anyway, I wouldn't even. I would never attempt something like that online on any platform, let alone YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Twitter is now called X. I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying that's. I wouldn't even fucking joke about it. Shit. Anyway, this is kind of iron out the show here. I get the loneliness. I get the loneliness, but that's just that's just not right. I mean, you should do that with somebody your age. I get the loneliness thing, but this is pretty messed up right here. Shouldn't do that. You don't ever listen to a kid on shit like that. If the kids say that to me, I just ignore them. I probably slap them on the head for saying some shit like that. You just watch your mouth when you're talking to an adult. Don't ever say shit like that again. Because if I caught a kid doing that, you'd have to report the kid and discipline the kid. I mean, can't let the kid in the way. So I wouldn't listen to a kid trying to advise me to masturbate to them on FaceTime or whatever. I wouldn't. Mm, mm, was it? No. Yeah. Uh, what did it take? First of all, he's watching her, babysitting, if you will. So her father, my cousin, no, she is my cousin. She's my second cousin. So she's the daughter of my first cousin. He's the son of my uncle, who is my mom's youngest brother. Making him my uncle, making his son my cousin, who makes his daughter my second cousin. I'm trying to establish a connection. Sorry. Right. Check it. Spray something. Some fucking soap. Goes on. You don't miss shit like that. It's like a fountain to do it. Mm. I think legally you don't have to stand there and take their shit. Legally, and I'm not defending him or anything, but I'm just saying, legally you don't have to. If you're not official law enforcement and you're not detaining anybody, you can legally ask, "Am I being detained?" No, you're not being detained. We're just questioning. Okay, I'm walking off. Bye. You can do that. You know, and if you want to come back with the warrant and raid the house, then fine. You'll have to do that because I'm not going to answer your question. I mean, if I was in his situation, that's what I would do. Not that I would be in this situation. Mm. That you can even whine, but whatever. Shouldn't make fun of this, by the way. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, well, do something else. Not have to sit on camera. Language. You, you can sue them now, actually. You sue them for what? Defamation? That's what I would do. I'd sue his ass. Sue his ass. Trying to be like Chris Hansen. Oh. I mean, what you did was wrong. But all you're doing is essentially you're just shooting a gun in the air and filming it. You're not really doing anything. Does it show anything? You're not like shooting them. Why do people do that? So hold up a second. Is this guy in jail currently? I gotta look this up, make sure I don't. Is this guy currently in jail? EDP 445. Right. Here's the IMDb page. This is his 1 year older than I am. Bryant Moreland. Bryant Moreland. Is he in jail? Unboxing videos. Just like a Bethel sponsor. Where is I don't know. That's it. That's not right. But he'll okay. So Bryant Moreland, family and electric department. So he has a small IMDb page. Not really much, but I want to know: is he currently in jail? What can I find information? About that? Wikipedia. Wikipedia always has updated information for the most part. Policy violations, yeah. Because they're not legally allowed to do things like detain people. This is why you should say, oh, I don't know. Let's just get to the document. I don't. Entendo. Damn. Oh, my bad. I'm supposed to be showing it. My apologies. Hmm. Okay. Just bluntly honest. So Alan fucked up. Guy fucked up. What do you mean bots? What is bots? Messed up. Okay. I found your YouTube channel. Why are you so funny? Gotta hear that again. How is that possible when you have to like initiate a conversation for him to even know who you are? So if I was posing, I was the decoy, for example, I was as a decoy, posing as an underage woman trying to catch a predator such as EDP445, and he didn't even know who I was or didn't even know about me. How can I get him to talk to me without initiating that conversation? How is that not possible? Just because the decoy initiated the conversation. How does that make it not prosecutable? I guess he means like the decoy is the first one to even suggest sexual activity. Like if I'm the decoy and I say, "Hey, send me a picture of your penis, let's have sex," that actually looks like entrapment, which is when the police are trying to make you commit a crime. A crime you would not have otherwise committed. A crime you would not a crime otherwise you would not have committed if you hadn't been like prompted or tempted or provoked to do it. Like you have to be the one to initiate in order for them to charge you with that crime. If another person suggests it first, they're the ones that's kind of getting you to do it. He's inciting you to do it. Get what I'm saying? If they're the initiator, then that messes up the case because it becomes entrapment. Otherwise, Alex wasn't even trying to catch a predator. This motherfucker was just trying to get views and likes, like a lot of these stupid YouTube people do. A lot of these YouTubers try to get views and likes and subscribers. But people like Chris Hansen actually try to catch a predator. He literally does. He literally does. You fucked up. See, he cannot answer the question directly. He's got to go in defending. Well, we did all this. We made all these. We did all these. We got all these convictions and all these arrests. But deep down, he didn't actually. He's not answering the question. You didn't get the case this time, buddy. We're talking about the case with this guy, EDP445, not with your previous cases. Stick to the subject. So you got two fat people, black and white. Luke. It is. We still going. Sick, man. That is sick. Government name, man. Come on, just say your name, dude. Don't say it like that. Just say it's your name, bro. Bro, don't even say government. Come on, man. Fuck. If you done it early in the morning, whatever. Supposed to speak. You can't just. Ooh, come on. Mm. No. Mm. Oh, that's great. No, I'm aware of possibly. I think what's going on, and I'm not defending EDP445. I am not defending him. I want to repeat that. They were basically trying to entrap him instead of catching him. I think this differs from Chris Hansen, and this is just my thought. I could be wrong. Chris Hansen is known for catching predators that are already known. It's like they've been caught and reported on before, and because they've been reported on before, because there's existing police officer reports, they call Chris Hansen to stage a quote unquote meetup. I'm over here ironing, so obviously you can't really see my face, but you know, a stage operation basically with somebody who's known for it. But this guy EDP445, it's not necessarily known for that, besides what he did. Like he hasn't really actually had sex with a minor. He's only done like masturbation, showing his penis and stuff. He's done some things that you could go to jail for. So I guess they consider that not sexual activity towards a minor. That might be something. I could be wrong. I'm not a legal expert. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Oh, Brian. Brian. Yep. Chris Hansen would know. You just need to, yeah, totally. No, hard maybe, smart ass. Trying to not take accountability. You're trying to not account. Yeah, he don't want to take accountability. Come on, hard maybe. Get real, dude. You fucked up. Stop doing it. You stop doing that. You fucked up. Just like the other guy, the other white guy. What was his name? Mosquito Gene is now YouTube's most viewed particle catching channel. Hmm. Collaborate. Don't need to. Yeah, and that's what so many people on YouTube do. They want to get views and likes, subscribers. Now, of course, YouTube has got a whole new thing going on where they're making it harder for people to do so. Probably because of this documentary, but yeah. Yep. They're making money off of your name, off of his name, and they don't do anything that's close to his work. So I think the difference is because Trim's his latest content. So I think the difference is because he has a criminal law enforcement background. So part of this. So now I can share my screen. Chris Hansen. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Get to the thing. And this is, of course, Wikipedia, so take it lightly, with a grain of salt. So he's a reporter, first and foremost. He's an official, professional reporter, like that. Um, doesn't have any criminal justice background. Law enforcement. So I was wrong. Television presenter, journalist, and YouTuber. He does it professionally. He does it to actually catch criminals. Yes, it is a show, but they run NBC. So it does more than that. It does everything involving testing, you know? They never rebuilt the Twin Tower. They don't show it. It's never charged with it. So basically, she is This sounds like solicitation with a would-be pedophile. You're you're trying to solicit would-be activity from somebody that you strongly believe is a pedophile, but you're initiating it, you're entrapping it using a minor. You are a full-grown adult using a minor. You're just as you might not be just as bad as a pedophile. You know what you're doing is actually more criminal than the so-called allegations that EDP is facing. Because even though EDP did say that, he hasn't really shown that he's done anything. I mean, yeah, he's. I guess he is accused. Definitely, he probably has sent them messages. Yeah, he sent them messages, different women. But I feel like if these women, I shouldn't say how I feel. If these women are initiating it, you pretending to be an adult, or you know that you are underage, and you're the one who's talking to him, you're putting yourself out there. Yes, he's guilty of talking to you, but you're also guilty of like starting this whole thing. Honestly, like in a criminal prosecution case, you actually need to show as the victim. If you are the victim, you need to show attempts at getting him to leave you alone, or you making attempts to tell an authority figure, your parents, older brothers that are 21 or older, hell, 18 or older, telling police. You're not doing any of that, so you're not really the victim. You're the you're in a way you're in a you're what you call it, an accomplice kind of sort of, I guess, for us. See, I'm kind of confused. Is this showing? Is this how to catch a predator, or is this basically people standing around and playing with YouTube, just fucking around? Are we trying to catch a predator, or are we trying to make content? I think these people, these YouTubers, all they do is make content. I've said it repeatedly. All they do is make content. It's not real shit. Even Hanson just exposed this. They're not actually making it. They're not actually doing anything. No. Scratch that. You're making something, but you're not doing anything else you make. No. Trans. Notify station. Yes, this. Okay, on to. Well, okay. I think it's both. I think it's called a web of lies. Jesus said you brood of vipers, right? That's what I feel like. I feel like the people are entirely you go brood of vipers. They can't help it but lie for content. Want to make make content. You will make content at the expense of someone else, regardless of who they are. Like all of you doing that shit. God damn, all of you. Mhm. Yep. hmm hmm Sweetheart, you need to get a fucking job. Sorry, get a job. That's what you need to do. Don't. A lot of these young people, they make this falsehood of getting online and establishing a profile and a reputation. Get a job. I tell people like Snarky J though, I tell them no fucking comments all the time. Bitch, get a job. Pull up, get a job. Get a job in there. Parents, you need to make your kids get a job. Okay, let's see what this one is. Damn. Feel, a lot of feels. Uh, bullshit. Mm, interesting. I said I look like you know. Of course not. No, no, this ain't about that. This is about what's first of all you do. John. Yeah. The wrong tone. Do it again. Oh. Uh, green tea. Mm. Who's this? It's your life, man. Quit your job, man. You're not even a criminal. You're not even but he's not convicted. Nah. So I took advantage of the rush. No. Dude, you're a fucking predator. So convenient. Why? Why are you trying to catch him like that? How old are you? You're 18? How the fuck you get it over 18? Yeah, what is? No, this is adult. You should enjoy it. See that. Look at this nigga smile. Look at this nigga smile. This nigga look like a psychopath. Look evil. Think about that, the kid's face. Think about that, the kid's face. Sorry. I can't. Can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Come on, man. No, just is. You know what's really messed up? That your own dad would come in your bedroom at when you're 10 years old. Shit you not. He got the butter and did this. Put it right on this nigga's leg. We were working 16 years or something. It was an album, right? He just he did that. I thought it was funny. Well, now it looks real, but like it's just butter and because we started calling them Yatsura's good stuff butter. Me, that was called big ears. Satellite ears, I'm getting like 5'6" in this motherfucker. I was protecting her from no. She's a good kid. She's a good kid. Mm. No, no, no. Don't have a good. This bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy. Nah. But she's locked inside of her own mind. It's Michael. It's Michael. He's like, I lost some weight. Is this the goat guy? He's the goat. Alright. Let's see. No. MVP, whatever. What does that mean? It means it's almost over. It's longer than Spider-Man. At least he has a job. Oh. Okay. Wait a second. I don't know. I think it's good. No. Okay. And what you know it? Obese like him. Sorry, I'm just she's his age though. I'm got glasses. She's white. She's huge. She's fucking huge. She's huge. I'd rather not do that. I'm like Dwayne, man. He stays the fuck off of it, man. I know. Son of mate. You finally shook it. Oh God. No, my. Damn, son. How the fuck are you gonna ask them that? I bet they won. This nigga's like, man, you asked the wrong question. Man, I gotta rewind that. Sorry, my bad. There we go. He's obviously uncomfortable. EDP is he's uncomfortable. EDP is severely addicted to porn, and he's got a poster that says discipline. Literally. And people like Andrew Tate commonly don't know he's known for saying Andrew Tate says things like do not he says give up the porn. Ben Shapiro said give up the porn, Andrew Tate said give up the porn, give up the porn. They've all said give up the porn. Like porn reduces your sexual efficiency. Something like that. Andrew Tate, Paul Davis, Ben Shapiro, all of them have said that. Why are you not taking your idol's advice, bro? It's obviously why not. Wasting. You're wasting it. You're wasting vital nutrients. Let's think the Walking Dead here, okay? Let's think the Walking Dead here. You're wasting this shit. They'll be like, Shane, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's too old. He's too old to be watching porn. Right. Damn, son, you got some. You still got a secret. Yeah. Oh, you got a secret. Mm. No, no. Yes or no? Not. She's not sure, but you know, but you know, really, can't I can't sure. Ungrateful motherfucker. You ungrateful. You got a good face though. Yes, that's what a wife is. And for some women, the husband is annoying. Even in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, doesn't matter. That's not an excuse to break up with somebody. And that's any of the two. It doesn't matter what gender it is. What's up? This guy got problems. At least he works. Huh. God damn. Come on, my Nick. I can't. I can't. I just can't. You taking it too far. I can't. How the this men like him or I can't get it. Men like him or I cannot get this dude. Damn, son. Pause the video. Oh, I want to say that. Nigga want to know. Um, God damn. He still got a secret. He still got a secret. Take that W-O off. Menses. Whoa, nigga. Success in creating AI could be the biggest event in the history of our civilization. Stephen fucking Hawkins. Right. Nigga. Dang, bitch. See, back for this. Back with black niggas on the corner. According to Rick Jack. Oh. Can you imagine the movie Companion that came out last year? I think it would I would solve so many problems. I believe it. Not as ethical as when there's anything close to people doing ethical. This nigga directing Resident. Trouble. You think? You think? You think? Profession is the professional. You think? Did I just see him say he thinks? Motherfucker, yes or no? What did he just say? That's your answer. The answer, yes or no. Let your answer be yes or no. Don't think. You professional, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I would, but if I was a father or even a mother, I would tell my kid, you shouldn't have your kid dressed like that. Because my mom would see it as, why are you allowing your minor to dress like that? My response was, why is she even wearing exposing clothing? Oh, but that series goes on a bus all the time. I don't get it. I think it should be 21. I think it should be 21. It doesn't make sense because it's cigarettes versus alcohol. You can buy cigarettes at 18, but not under. Like, I think you should be like 21 to buy both cigarettes and alcohol. I honestly do. I think it should be 21. Because look, the prefrontal cortex doesn't even mature until the age of 24. But since 21 is that magic number, let's just make it 21. We go around with 18. That's about. See, late 20s. I wish I could show this content. No. Yeah, I know. So what will we know? Pedophile. What is the difference? So it's like, so what is he in jail? Yeah, sure. I think he's a psychopath. Uh, What is a blowout? What is that? This dude is in denial. Down with the sickness, Billy. Are we? Sure, he's not in jail. Just hold on. Oh God. Bro, where's my goddamn mouse? Where's my goddamn mouse? Oh, where's my mouse? My shoe ain't right. What's going on here? Oh man, goddamn. This is every day. This shit is every day. Oh, fuck was that? Man, I'm sorry about that. That was just me having technical issues. Anyway, that story was pretty messed up, bro. That was a fucked up story. Anyway, I gotta watch these at another time. Man. Okay, so